Hello friends, today we will learn how to send an email using a screen flow. So let's get started. Let's go to the setup, navigate to the flows. In the quick find box, search for the flows. So let's create a new flow. The flow type will be screen flow as we are currently using screen flow. Later I will also tell you how to send an email notification to a user using record triggered flows. Basically what is the difference is in the screen flow we will take the input from the user and on basis of that input we will send the email. But in the record triggered flow there will be a particular record. Suppose a new record is created in the account object, then as soon as the record is created we need to trigger an email. So that's the scenario we will cover in the upcoming videos. So let's first learn how to send an email using a screen flow. Okay. So first of all, let's add our screen element which will be visible to the user and where the user will enter the inputs. Okay. So let's create two elements for the input. Both are text elements. So in the email we have two things. One is the subject and another is the body. So let's create two text components and name them accordingly. Let's name it as subject and make it required as subject is a required field. Similarly, let's make another text field called as body. Let's make it as required as well. Okay, so this is a screen name. We can name it as input screen. Okay, and then the header and the footer. We can hide the header. If we keep the show header as checked, then here the name of the flow will be visible. Sometimes people confuse that here the name of the this screen will be visible, but no, here the flow name will be visible. So let's keep it as it is. And in the footer we should remove this pause and previous button because we are just basically when as soon as the user will click on the submit button the email should be triggered. So let's hide the pause button, previous button, and give a custom label to the next button. Let's give it as submit button. So we are giving the user a functionality to send an email. So that's it. Now we will use a thing called email action, send email action. Let's name our action as email via screen. Let's name it email via input. Okay, so here you can see so many fields. So these are the input values for the email action. So in this case we will use only subject and body. I will tell you everything one by one. So let's first of all use our body. Body we have taken input as a screen in the screen. So we'll use the screen component, the body component in the body, and in the subject we will use text field, subject field which is taken as the input. Okay. Now you can see a thing is called recipient, recipient ID, recipient address list, recipient collection. Okay. So if you want to send an email to a particular user, suppose a particular contact in your Salesforce org, then you can mention the ID of that contact directly here. So the email will be triggered to the email address which is associated with that contact ID. Okay. And in the address list you can directly type the email address. Okay. So I should write my email address so that we can check. This is just for testing purpose. Okay, this is my recipient address email address list. You can see in the I button as well. Okay, this is the comma delimited list of recipients. You can add comma and add multiple email addresses. Also, I want to tell you one more thing, an important thing, that you should never hard code these values like the email address and the IDs. You should always pull them dynamically. And how can we pull them dynamically? We can use get records. You can use the get record element, and then based on a particular condition you can get the email IDs dynamically. Because suppose we have multiple orgs in our company, then if we push our code to a higher org or our everything, then the email, I mean the associated record will ID can change. So you should always pass it dynamically. So in this case we are hard coding, and I will also tell you in the upcoming videos how to exactly pass it dynamically in case you are not aware. And this is called email template. So email template is, suppose in the email I don't want the body and the subject of the email to be exactly what the user has given input. Okay, so in that case we will use a thing called email template, and in the here itself, if you search for email template, you will find the email templates. These are currently two types. One is the classic and the lightning one. So nowadays we are preferring the lightning email template. Okay, you need to enable this to use this. So I will tell you more about these things in the upcoming videos. Just for brief understanding, suppose this is the email template. This is the classic email template. So here in the subject, and like we are writing is like this way, so that a particular template is used when the email is triggered. Okay, so this was about this. Let's not include this currently. So this is all about our flow. Clicking on done, everything is done. Clicking on save, let's name our flow as send email flow, send email screen flow, because we will use record ticket flow as well in the upcoming video. Okay, clicking on save, clicking on activate. Now you can also debug it and run. Also you can add this flow component in your org. So I will show you both of the things. Let's first of all debug it. If we are debugging it, suppose I write the subject as hello there, and the body, suppose I write please check this. When we click on the submit, look out here, these are the debug details. You can see everything is fine. So this body, subject, value at runtime, send email. Now you can see email subject, it is checking in the subject which we have mentioned in the input. This is the same thing, same for the body, the email address as well. Okay, so this is a debug thing, and this is our email address where we will get the email. Okay, so let me add this in our org. Clicking on the edit page, you can add the flow element in any of your page, suppose account record or on the home page. Okay, so this is the way. Before that, let's see our email is also received. Okay, so this is the email subject and the body. This is a very simple way to send an email. Okay, also let me tell you briefly how can we add it here. There is an option to add the flow. Okay, you can see it here, flow. Let's choose an insertion point. Clicking on flow. Now choose the flow. Choose the flow from here. What is the name of our flow? It is send email screen flow. Okay. So let's click on save. Then we will go back to the home page. What are you seeing here? You are seeing the e-flow element is added here, and now anybody, any Salesforce org user can simply use this functionality to drop an email. Okay, you can write subject as something and body as something. Clicking on submit, the email will be received by the recipient email address which we have specified in the flow. Okay, we will receive a new flow, you can see instantly. Okay, and also here if you want to give the user an ability to also find the email address, or that means specify the email address where we need to log the email, so we can also put the value of this. Like in the email screen also we can put the value of email address as well, and then we will use that email address element in the recipient address list. So this is also the way. Okay, so this is all about this. This is the Salesforce flow playlist. Currently I have created a basic screen flow. What is a screen flow? A video about that, how to create a basic record using a flow. Then I came to how to update a record. Suppose we have a particular field in a record, then how can we update it using flow without any manual intervention? Okay, then we learned about how to create a related record. Suppose we have an account record and I want to create a contact record using flow, and how can it be achieved? So you can check them as well. Follow me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn handle. You will find the link in the description as well. Also you can search simply on LinkedIn by Anirudh Garg. Okay, so and this is my trailblazer profile. So if you are yet to sign up for Trailhead, then please sign up. It's a very helpful tool to learn Salesforce and do hands-on challenges. So you can follow me here as well. We can connect here as well. Let me once navigate you to the YouTube playlist dedicated to Salesforce. Okay, so I just want to tell you that I am Salesforce certified administrator as well as CPQ specialist. Okay, so it would be great if you complete the CPQ certification. I will try to help you in that. Okay, so you can see, you can navigate to the Salesforce section and you will find this playlist will have all the Salesforce videos irrespective of the topics, and then these are the subtopics like Salesforce flows. This playlist is dedicated to Salesforce flows, and this is for Salesforce CPQ, which we are currently doing. And these playlists, please make sure to save this playlist because I will keep them updated, and do subscribe our channel for the upcoming video updates. Also, you can join our WhatsApp channel. You will find the link on your screen as well as in the description for latest updates. Thanks for watching.